What will the United States look like in 2034? Now, there's a question that could spark 1,000 different conversations. It's an intriguing thought experiment, isn't it? One that invites us to gaze into the crystal ball of the future, to speculate and hypothesize on the changes, trends, and transformations that might shape the United States in the coming decade. Our purpose for today's discussion isn't to predict the future with absolute certainty. That's a task for soothsayers and fortune tellers. Instead, we aim to explore possibilities, to identify potential shifts in the political, economic, and social fabric of the United States that could significantly impact the nation's trajectory. Imagine it as an intellectual journey, a road trip across the landscape of the future. We're not following a set map or GPS. Instead, we're navigating by the stars of current trends, using the compass of informed speculation, and occasionally making a detour into the realm of the unexpected. Politically, will the United States maintain its current two-party system, or will we see the rise of new political movements? Economically, what will be the impact of technology, automation, and artificial intelligence on jobs, wealth distribution, and the American dream itself? Socially, how will changing demographics, attitudes, and values shape the American society of 2034? These are big, complex questions, and they deserve thoughtful, nuanced exploration. We don't have a time machine, but what we do have is an open mind, a curious spirit, and a willingness to engage with the uncertainties and possibilities of the future. And so, as we embark on this journey, we invite you to buckle your intellectual seatbelts, to keep your minds open and your imaginations active. The road to 2034 may be uncertain and full of surprises, but it's a journey worth taking together. So let's begin by examining the political landscape of the future. How might our political system evolve in the next decade? A question that's both intriguing and essential. Let's delve into it. In the next 10 years, we could see a dramatic shift in our political structures. The bipartisan system, which has been a cornerstone of American politics for so long, may evolve with the emergence of viable third parties. These could be driven by a growing dissatisfaction with the status quo, giving rise to parties that champion specific causes such as climate change or social justice. Similarly, party dynamics could also see a significant change. The rise of grassroots movements and the influence of social media platforms could lead to a shift in power from party elites to a more decentralized, democratic structure. We might see a political landscape where candidates are chosen not by the party high command, but by the party's rank-and-file members. As for legislative priorities, they are likely to be shaped by the pressing issues of the day. Climate change, income inequality, education reform, and healthcare could take center stage. The future might witness a greater focus on creating legislation that is proactive rather than reactive, and that addresses systemic issues rather than temporary fixes. Now let's consider the possible impact of technology on politics. We're already seeing how social media can influence public opinion and election outcomes. But in the next decade, we might see the rise of digital democracy, where citizens participate directly in decision-making processes through online platforms. The use of blockchain technology could ensure transparency and security in voting systems, potentially revolutionizing how we elect our leaders. And let's not forget artificial intelligence. AI could help analyze massive amounts of data to predict policy outcomes, helping lawmakers make more informed decisions. It could also automate administrative tasks, freeing up politicians to focus on strategic issues. But remember, these potential changes are not without their challenges. The rise of digital democracy, for instance, would require robust cybersecurity measures to prevent manipulation and protect citizens' privacy. As politics shifts, so too will our economy. With these potential changes, we're not just looking at a new political landscape, but a reshaping of our society as a whole. The next decade promises to be a time of significant evolution and change. Let's prepare ourselves to navigate it with wisdom and courage. What will the economy of the future look like? It's a question that's been on our minds as we navigate the rapidly changing landscape of the 21st century. We've seen a shift in employment sectors already. Traditional industries like manufacturing, retail, and even finance are giving way to new sectors. The burgeoning tech industry is a prime example. From artificial intelligence to virtual reality, technology is no longer a tool. It's becoming the very fabric of our economy. And with this shift, we can expect the creation of new jobs that we can't even imagine today. Climate change, too, has a significant role to play in shaping our future economy. As we grapple with the effects of a warming planet, we'll see the rise of green jobs, Industries focused on renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, and eco-friendly infrastructure will likely become major players in the economic arena. But how does this all relate to the American dream? The American dream, as we know it, has always been about the pursuit of happiness through hard work and opportunity. It's been about owning a home, having a stable job, and providing for your family. But as our economy evolves, so too does our definition of this dream. In the future, the American dream may not be about home ownership or even job stability. It may be about the freedom to pursue passions, the flexibility to balance work and life, and the opportunity to make a difference in the world. It might be about creating a sustainable future for our children and grandchildren, both economically and environmentally. The role of technology, the impact of climate change, and the shifting employment sectors are all redefining the American dream. It's an exciting time, filled with possibilities and challenges. And as our economy shifts, our social fabric will also be rewoven. We're not just talking about a new American dream, but a new American reality, one that is more sustainable, equitable, and inclusive. The future is unfolding before our eyes, and it's up to us to shape it. How might American society transform by 2034? As we peer into the crystal ball of the future, we find several possibilities. Let's begin with demographic trends. The United States is on track to become a majority-minority nation within the next 2 decades. This shift might lead to a dynamic, multicultural society where diverse perspectives enrich public discourse. But it could also bring challenges. As the population ages, the burden on healthcare and social security systems could increase, necessitating innovative solutions and perhaps even a reimagining of these systems. Cultural attitudes, too, are evolving. A growing acceptance of different lifestyles, identities, and beliefs is reshaping societal norms. The younger generation, in particular, is pushing for greater inclusivity and equality, challenging traditional power structures. This wave of change may redefine notions of success, family, and community in the years to come. At the same time, societal norms are being shaped by the digital revolution. Technology is not only changing how we work, shop, and entertain ourselves, but also how we interact. Social media, for instance, has transformed communication, enabling instant connection across continents. Yet it has also raised concerns about privacy and mental health. The proliferation of artificial intelligence and automation could further alter the social fabric. While these advancements promise convenience and efficiency, they also pose questions about job security and income disparity. The challenge will be to harness technology's benefits while mitigating its potential pitfalls. The impact of climate change, too, cannot be overlooked. As we grapple with rising temperatures and extreme weather events, we may see shifts in living patterns, with more people moving away from vulnerable areas. This could lead to the growth of sustainable cities and communities focused on resilience and adaptation. These potential transformations paint a complex picture of America's future. The path to 2034 will likely be marked by both progress and challenges, requiring us to adapt, innovate, and come together as a society. So, what does this future America look like? In the grand scheme of things, it seems like a complex puzzle, yet every piece fits perfectly into place. The political landscape, the economic structure, and the social fabric are not separate entities. Rather, they are intertwined threads in the tapestry of America's future. In the realm of politics, we've seen a shift. Democracy is not static. It's a living, breathing entity that evolves with the times. The political climate of the future is one that encourages participation, values diverse voices, and utilizes technology to make processes more transparent and accessible. It's a future where policymaking is a collective effort, not a task reserved for a select few. Now let's look at the economy. We're moving away from the traditional models that have long dominated our systems. The new American dream is not about the accumulation of wealth, but the pursuit of fulfillment. It's about creating an economy that works for everyone, that promotes innovation and sustainability, while ensuring that basic needs are met. It's about seeing success not as a zero-sum game, but as a shared victory. But what about society? We've talked about a society that's changing, that's learning to embrace diversity and inclusion in ways we've never seen before. It's a society that values empathy, compassion, and understanding, that sees strength in our differences rather than fear. It's a society that is not afraid to challenge the status quo, to question, to learn, and to grow. So there we have it. A political landscape that is more participatory and inclusive, an economic structure that is more equitable and sustainable, and a social fabric that is more diverse and accepting. 3 threads, each influencing and being influenced by the others, weaving together to create the tapestry of future America. The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear. The United States of 2034 will be shaped by the choices